ఓం నమః శ్రీ గురుభ్యో నమః. అందరికీ 6వ అంతర్జాతీయ యోగ దినోత్సవ శుభాకాంక్షలు. సో ఈరోజు మనం కొద్దిసేపు యోగాభ్యాసం చేస్తాం. అందరూ చక్కగా ప్రశాంతంగా కూర్చోండి, ప్రార్థన చేసి మొదలు పెడదాం. సో మీకు నచ్చినటువంటి, మీకు కంఫర్టబుల్గా ఉండేటువంటి ఏదైనా ధ్యానాసనంలో కూర్చోండి. పద్మాసనం, సుఖాసనం, వజ్రాసనం, మీకు నచ్చినటువంటిది. సో పెద్దవాళ్ళు కుర్చీలో కూర్చున్న వాళ్ళు కుర్చీలో కూర్చోవచ్చు. మేక్ యువర్ సెల్ఫ్ మోర్ కంఫర్టబుల్. సో లెట్ us స్టార్ట్ ప్రేయర్. క్లోజ్ యువర్ ఐస్, రిలాక్స్ యువర్ బాడీ, రిలాక్స్ యువర్ మైండ్. Let us chant Omkar thrice. Take a deep breath in. ఓం గురుర్బ్రహ్మా గురుర్విష్ణుః గురుర్దేవో మహేశ్వరః గురు సాక్షాత్ పరబ్రహ్మ తస్మై శ్రీ గురవే నమః. లోకా సమస్తా సుఖినో భవంతు. ఓం శాంతి శాంతి శాంతి. హరి ఓం తత్సత్. ఓం నమః. స్లోలీ ఓపెన్ యువర్ ఐస్. గురు పరంపరకు మన పూజ్య గురుదేవులు రాపర్తి రామారావు గారి పాదపద్మములకు ప్రణమిల్లుతూ మీరందరికీ స్వాగతం. టుడే in our practice we are going to practice a few sukshma vyayama, that is muscles and joints loosening exercise, and then we are going to do some postures which are related to stretching, strengthening, and then topsy turvy, balance. All these postures everyone can practice. We are going to do simple practices, and remember, who are suffering from any injuries, try to do easy way. Don't hurt yourself. Always know your capacity. So take care of your health. చక్కగా మీ శారీరక సామర్థ్యాన్ని బట్టి యోగాభ్యాసం చేయండి. చిన్నపిల్లల నుంచి పెద్దవాళ్ళ వరకు అందరూ యోగాభ్యాసం చేయవచ్చు. సో ముఖ్యంగా ఈరోజు ఒకసారి మనం యోగాన్ని గుర్తు చేసుకుంటూ మనకు పెద్దలు ప్రసాదించినటువంటి సాంప్రదాయక యోగాని కొంతసేపు చేయడానికి ప్రయత్నం చేద్దాం. ముందుగా కొన్ని లూజనింగ్ ఎక్సర్సైజ్ చేస్తాం, తర్వాత స్ట్రెచ్చింగ్స్, తర్వాత సిట్టింగ్ పోస్చర్స్, తర్వాత పడుకొని చేసే ఆసనాలు, ఇవన్నీ కంటిన్యూగా చేసుకుంటూ వెళ్తాం. సో చక్కగా మీకు ఎంతవరకు వీలైతే అంతవరకే చేయండి. ముఖ్యంగా గమనించవలసినటువంటి జాగ్రత్తలు ఏంటంటే, యోగా ఎప్పుడు కూడా ఖాళీ కడుపుతో చేయాలి. అలాగే కొన్ని జాగ్రత్తలు, ప్రికాషన్స్ ఎప్పుడు తీసుకుంటూ ఉండాలి. ముఖ్యంగా మహిళలు మెన్స్ట్రేషన్ టైంలో చేయకూడదు, ప్రెగ్నెన్సీ టైంలో గైడెన్స్లో చేయాలి. అలాగే పెద్దలు, సీనియర్ సిటిజన్స్ కావచ్చు, అనారోగ్యంతో ఉండేవాళ్ళు మీ ఆరోగ్య పరిస్థితిని బట్టి జాగ్రత్తగా ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయండి. నౌ విల్ స్టార్ట్ అవర్ యోగా ప్రాక్టీస్ నౌ. ఓం నమః. నౌ ప్లీజ్ స్టాండ్. చక్కగా లేచి నుంచోండి అందరూ కూడా. చక్కగా సమస్థితిలో ఉండండి. Get ready for the postures. Now we'll start neck exercises, neck loosening exercises. Now slowly with inhalation, raise your head. Now stretch your, slowly with exhalation, bend your head, slowly with exhalation. Try to touch your chin to the chest. Now once again, inhale, raise your head, more stretch. Now with exhalation, slowly bring down, try to touch your chin to the chest. Now with inhalation, come to the normal position. Now side bending, neck bending. Now slowly with exhalation, try to bend towards the right, towards our shoulder. Now slowly with inhalation, come straight, keep your head straight. Then slowly with exhalation, bend towards left shoulder. Inhale, normal position. Exhale towards right shoulder. Inhale, normal position. Now side turning. Now slowly with exhalation, turn your head towards right. Stay for a few seconds. Then inhale straight. Exhale, turn to left. Inhale straight. One more time. Turn to right with exhalation. Inhale straight. Exhale left. Movement should be smoothly. No jerks, no hurry, no worry. Now inhale straight. Normal position. Now try to rotate your head, neck clockwise. Please practice 3 times clockwise. సో ఇవన్నీ కూడా చక్కగా నెక్ మసిల్స్ కి మంచి స్థితిస్థాపక శక్తిని ఇస్తాయి. ఫ్లెక్సిబిలిటీ కానివ్వండి, బ్లడ్ సర్క్యులేషన్ కి తలకు వెళ్ళడానికి చక్కగా హెల్ప్ చేస్తుంది, ఎటువంటి ఇబ్బంది లేకుండా చేస్తుంది. అయితే ఇఫ్ ఎనీవన్ సఫరింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ సర్వికల్ స్పాండిలోసిస్ ఆర్ vertigo should take care when you are practicing neck exercises. Now slowly anti-clockwise. While raising the head, try to inhale. When you are bringing down, exhalation. Try to coordinate your breathing and your movement. It will bring harmony between the body and mind. That is the key in practicing yoga. Relax. Normal position. Now we'll practice shoulder socket rotation, which will help to loosening our shoulder joint. Now slowly raise your arms sideways. Place your hands on your shoulders. Now slowly raising your elbows, try to do the rotations. So 3 times. When you are bringing your elbows down, exhale. When you are lifting your elbows up, inhale. Inhalation, then slowly exhalation. When your hands coming from and try to touch your both elbows. Slowly with focus at your movement. Now try to practice opposite direction. Inhalation now, While you're lifting, inhalation. When you're coming down, exhalation. Slowly relax. Relax your arms. The same way, reverse order. Now, we will practice hip rotation. Now, slowly bring a little bit distance between half feet to 1 feet between your feet. Then rest your hands on your back. Then slowly rotate your hips clockwise. Now anti-clockwise. చక్కగా చేయండి, చక్కగా తిప్పండి. మీ మనసుని శ్వాస మీద, మూమెంట్ మీద పెట్టండి. Now relax. Now let us practice a knee rotation. Keep your both feet together. Bend your knees. Place your hands on your knees. Now slowly rotate clockwise your knees. But who are suffering severe any injury, better not to practice. Now anti-clockwise. Relax. So these are all we are practicing loosening exercises. In our daily practice, you can add some more for your convenience according to your body condition. Now moving to the asanas. So this now we are going to practice stretching asanas, which is very good to the muscular system, circulatory and respiratory, and helps to improve the flexibility of your muscle system and also joints and also for the circulation. Now let us start with Ardha Kati Chakrasana. Slowly keep your both feet together. Now slowly with inhalation, raise your right arm. Slowly bring it to the shoulder level, then turn your palm upside. Then inhale, straight. Then slowly with exhalation, bend towards left. Chinnaga edam vaipu vanchandi, gaali vadilipetti. Now at the posture, you try to take normal breathing. You don't need to hold posture. You don't need to hold the breath. Hold the posture and try to breathe normal. Stay for few seconds. This is very good stretching for the sides. Improves flexibility. Stretch your arm more, a little bit more. Now slowly with inhalation, come straight. With exhalation, slowly relax your arm. Yes, beautiful, that is good. Now practice with the left arm. Now slowly with inhalation, raise your left arm. With inhalation. Now with exhalation, slowly bend towards right. Try to hold the posture without shaking. If anyone feels difficult, you can place your hands on your waist and also you can practice. And slowly with inhalation, come straight. Slowly relax your arm with exhalation. Next, we practice Tadasana. Tada means palm tree. This gives very good stretching. Now, a little bit distance between both feet, 4 inches to 6 inches, according to convenience. Then slowly with inhalation, raise your both arms, stretch upwards, interlink your both fingers, and turn your palms to upside. Now, with inhalation, slowly raise your heels. Raise your heels. Complete balance only on your toes. Complete balance only on your toes. Hold for a few seconds, take normal breathing. Try to stretch your body more upwards. Now, slowly relax with exhalation, your heels only. Let's practice one more time. With inhalation, Raise your heels up. Hold for a few seconds. Now slowly relax with exhalation. Now slowly relax your hands. Slowly with exhalation. These are all related to Shankha Prakshalana asanas also. These asanas improves your intestine mobility so that anyone suffering from constipation, it will be very good for them. Now we'll practice Udara Karasana. This is also one of the Shankha Prakshalana postures. Now keep your half feet to 1 feet distance between both feet, legs apart. Now stretch your arms front. Now with exhalation, turn to right, move smoothly. Your left arm should touching your right shoulder. Take normal breathing, hold the posture, stay for a few seconds. Inhale, slowly come straight to the normal position. Now with exhalation, turn to left. Your right hand will be touching your left shoulder. Normal breathing. Keep your legs straight, don't bend your knees. Now with inhalation, come straight slowly with inhalation. Relax your arms slowly. Now we'll practice Ardha Chakrasana. Now place your both palms on your hips, supporting your hips. Fingers facing down. Now slowly inhale, arch back. Bend your head back with support. If anyone suffering from vertigo, take care. Or any hypertension, if you feel any dizziness, just relax. Otherwise, try to hold the posture for a few seconds. It gives very good stretching space to the stomach and flexibility to the spine. Slowly relax. Relax your arms. Now we practice one balancing posture. The concentration balancing postures are very important for our brain. There is a research showing if you're able to stand 1 minute with a single leg after 60 years, you won't get any brain problems. So let's practice from this age today so that we can be able to practice that time also, that age also. Now let us practice. Keep your feet together. Now raise your right feet. Place on your left inner thigh. Heel should be touching the perineum. So who are not able to practice the balance, you can go to the wall side, take support and practice. Now with inhalation, slowly raise your both arms in Namaskara Sthiti. Stretch your arms and spine upwards. And focus at one point in front of you so that you don't lose your balance. This is a very good posture for students, everyone. If you're able to practice this posture every day for 1 minute, it gives wonderful results. This is an easy posture in balancing postures. So try to practice. In the beginning stage, you can practice with the support. Otherwise, try to hold the posture. Improves your concentration, improves your balance, very good for the nervous system. Now slowly relax your arms. With exhalation, then relax your leg. Now practice with other leg. Now take your left feet, place on right inner thigh. Left heel to touching the perineum. If you're not able to practice discomfort, you can place like this also. Ramya will be showing easy option. You can keep your leg down or just like this. Like that also you can practice, senior citizens. Now slowly raise your arms. You can be practicing in easy options also. Slowly by practice, it will come. Now focus at one point with normal breathing. Now slowly relax. With inhalation, bring your arms down. And then exhalation, bring it down completely. Now relax your leg. Now we'll practice Trikonasana. Turn on our mat. Now stretch your legs more wider, but make sure you should not fall down. Then slowly stretch your arms. Trikonasana means triangle posture. This is very good for the spine. Now slowly turn your right feet towards right. Then slowly bend towards right. Look at your palm. Left arm should be straight. Stay stable. Try to place your hand by the side of your foot. If not possible, catch at your ankle, wherever you can hold your leg. Make sure comfortable. Don't fall down. Don't hurt yourself. Know your capacity always. Go easy way. Stay for a few seconds. Now slowly with inhalation, come up, come straight to the normal position. Now bring your right feet to the normal position. Now turn your left feet towards left. Now slowly bend towards left. అరచేతులు ముందుకే చూస్తూ ఉండాలి. చక్కగా మీ యొక్క కెపాసిటీ బట్టి చేయండి. చేతుల్ని మీరు కాళ్ళ దగ్గర పట్టుకోవచ్చు, కాళ్ళ దగ్గర పట్టుకోండి, లేదంటే కొంచెం పైకి పట్టుకోండి, మీ కన్వీనియన్స్ కు చేయండి. అవసరమైతే ఏదన్నా యోగా బ్లాక్స్ వాడుకొని, యూ కెన్ యూజ్ బ్లాక్స్ టు హోల్డ్ ద బ్యాలెన్స్. There are a lot of props available in the market now, yoga props. You can use them also for doing these Trikonasanas. Now slowly with inhalation, come straight. With exhalation, relax your arms. Keep your left feet straight. Now relax. Come to the normal position. Now turn to face this side. Stand in front of your mat. Now we are going to practice Surya Namaskaras, sun salutations. These are the best sequence of asanas which will activate all the systems in our body. If you don't have much time to practice yoga every day, you can practice a few rounds of sun salutations. It will keep you more healthy that day. Now let's practice with mantra. First come to the Namaskara Sthiti. Slowly raise your arms sideways or front ways, whichever is comfortable for you. Come to the Namaskara Sthiti, Pranamasana. Place your both palms at the heart region. Keep your hands straight. So try to practice everything gracefully. No need hurry. Now we'll chant one mantra. There are mantras. While doing sun salutations, we will be chanting one mantra. We will chant today. Om Ha Mitraya Namaha. Let us chant together. Om Hram Mitraya Namaha. Now let's slowly stretching your arms front. Slowly arch back. Hasta Uttana. Raising your arms. Bend back a little bit. Who are suffering from vertigo, hypertension, just don't practice. Stay in Pranamasana. Don't hurt yourself. Stay a few seconds in that posture with normal breathing. Then slowly with exhalation, keeping your arms by the side of your head, slowly bend forward. Pada Hastasana. Pada means feet, Hasta means hands. You can place your both hands by the side of your foot. If not possible, then catch your ankles. Try to bend more. Try to touch your head to the knees. This is very good for stretching the spine, but who are suffering from low back pain, better not to practice. Now, we will move into the Ashwa Sanchalana. Now, slowly bend your knees, then place your both palms on the ground. take the right foot back. Touch your right knee to the ground, push your body front, raise your head, raise your chin. You can focus should be at the eyebrow center in all postures or on your posture. Either way, you can concentrate. You can concentrate with closed eyes or you can concentrate with open eyes. That is your choice. But try to focus at the eyebrow center, that is the Agna Chakra, the place of third eye, eye of intellect. Now slowly, we'll move to the fifth posture, that is Dandasana. Now straight your right leg, then take your left leg back, both feet together. The body weight will be on the arms and feet. So this will improve the stamina at your hands, burns calories at your abdomen. This is a very like a stick. Now slowly come to the Ashvasanchalana. The breathing also with exhalation come down. While you are moving, you have to observe the breathing. While in the posture, you have to take normal breathing. So here you have to touch your chest and chin to the ground or forehead, or raise your buttocks a little bit up. The elbows be near to the body. This is Ashtanga Namaskarasana. In always every posture, final position is normal breathing. Now with inhalation moving forward, raise your head like a cobra, Bhujangasana. Feet together, open your shoulders, raise your chin more up, arms straight, normal breathing. It is very good. All these postures and salutations postures are very good to relieve many disorders, many diseases also. It is good for breathing troubles and also good for diabetes, also good for hypertension if you practice slowly. So gives sluggishness also, liver also very good and relieves many problems. Very good for all the systems in our body. Now slowly move to the Parvatasana, mountain pose, slowly raising your body, bring your head down. Try to touch your heels to the ground. If not possible, you can adjust a little bit your feet, a little bit front. You can adjust. If you are a beginner, you can adjust, no problem. This is, it looks like a mountain, that's a Parvatasana. So Sanskrit names are traditional, but in Western world now they changed into the English also. Sometimes we'll be using the English words also. This is called as a different name, but now it is not needed. Now come to the fourth position. Once again, Ashvasanchalana. Now bring your right foot in between both hands at a single stretch. If not possible, you can adjust yourself. Don't hurt yourself. Make yourself comfort. Always remember, know your capacity. Raise your chin. Stretch your body more front. Normal breathing. Focus at the eyebrow center or just on your posture. Now come to the third one. That is like Arhastasana. Both hands by the side of your feet or catch your ankles. Try to bend, touch your head to the knees. But don't, who are suffering with low back pain, better not to practice. Avoid this posture, move to the another posture, next posture. Now keeping your arms by the side of the ears, come to the Hasta Uttana. Arch back, very good. Who are not able to practice like raising arms, you can keep your arms at your waist, you can also practice. Now slowly with exhalation, come to the Namaskara Sthiti. Pranamasana. Here the complete round completes. Like this way, you can practice 4 to 6 rounds every day. It keeps you more energetic and fresh every day. Now slowly relax, raising your arms with inhalation by the sideways, take them down with exhalation. Now relax in Shavasana. Please relax in Shavasana. Shavasana gives very good relaxation. Shavasana, legs apart, hands apart, palms facing upward, head straight. Make yourself, keep your body loose and light. It gives very good relaxation. Now we'll practice some postures supine, some postures prone position. Now we'll practice Uttana Padasana. Now come to Samasthiti. Samasthiti means keeping your feet together, hands near the body, palms facing down. That means you are getting ready to do the postures. Now we'll practice Uttana Pada. Uttana means to rise, Pada means leg. Now we'll practice with the right leg. Now with inhalation, slowly raise your right leg up to 45 degrees angle height. Slowly hold it for a while. It is very good for the varicose veins also. That means the blood circulation will be good and strengthening the legs should be, the muscles get strong. That means flexible and supple. It tones your leg muscles. Now slowly relax with exhalation. These asanas you can practice 2-3 times every day, depending on your time. Now practice the same with the left leg. With inhalation, slowly raise your left leg up to 45 degrees angle height. There are so many variations. People will be lifting 60 degrees, 90 degrees, and then slowly relaxing. You can practice in many ways, but now we are practicing only just like this way. Now slowly relax with exhalation. Now let us practice with both legs, but who are suffering from hypertension or severe back pain, better not to practice the both legs. Now with inhalation, you can take the support of your hands, then slowly lift your both legs. You can press your hands to the floor so that you can get strength. Hold for a few seconds, then slowly relax. Very good. Now relax in Shavasana once. So try to remember always, when you are moving to the next posture, make sure you are relaxed. You should not move to the posture with a strain or tiredness. The Shavasana gives relaxation, removes your tiredness. The palm should be upwards. Free your fingers. Don't stretch your hands. Free, loose and light, so that your fingers will be folding a little bit normally. It's usual. Now slowly come to Samasthiti once. Now we have done supine posture. Now we are moving to the prone posture. Now lay down on your stomach. Turn to on your prone posture. Slowly. You can sit that Ramakrishna and Ramya so that you can just practice. Now practice Shalabhasana. All these yoga practices improves your immunity, so that in nowadays corona problem is there. This is the encounter for that problem. So you practice yoga every day. It gives you wonderful immunity. Now Shalabhasana. Shalabha means locust. So it looks like locust. That's why the Shalabhasana. Shalabhasana improves stamina at your not only legs but at the lungs. It is very good posture for who are suffering from respiratory disorders, and it gives very good relief for the low back pain also. Now with inhalation, slowly raise your right leg up. As much as possible you can lift. It is up to you. Now slowly with exhalation, relax. Now practice with the left leg. Inhale. Slowly lift your left leg. Hold for a few seconds. This you can practice 3 to 5 times every day. Nowadays, it is very much needed, the Shalabhasana. Now slowly relax with exhalation. Now try both legs. If anyone who are suffering with hypertension or severe back pain, better not to practice, or heart diseases, don't practice. Otherwise, now place your hands under the thighs. Take the support of your both hands. Now inhale. Slowly raise your both legs. Hold for a few seconds. This is very good for the lungs, especially improving strength, stamina at your lung. Now slowly relax. Now relax in Makarasana. Makarasana is a very good relaxation when you're doing the prone postures. So bring your both hands, place one palm on another palm, and rest your head on the hands. Keep your feet a little bit distance, heels facing inside. This is the relaxing posture. This is also very good to relax the sciatica and also back pain. Now slowly come to Samasthiti once again. Once again, we are moving to the supine posture. Lay down on your back. Adjust yourself. So now we are practicing the Pavana Muktasana. We'll practice with single leg and both legs. This is a very good posture, which is very good for the joints. In this posture, we'll moving all the joints. Now let us practice with right leg. Now please, with inhalation, raise your right leg. Fold at the knee. Now catch with both hands at the knee. Interlink your both hands. Catch your leg. Then with exhalation, press your leg to the chest. Now with normal breathing, here the final pose. Now with exhalation, exhale, raise your head. Try to touch your knee with your chin if possible. If you are feeling any difficulty at your neck, just you can keep your head resting on the ground, but only press your leg. But try to do easy way. Now slowly relax your head. You can practice the final posture 2-3 times. Once again, exhale, try to touch your chin to the knee. Hold your posture with Bahu Kumbhaka, that means with exhalation, or you can practice with normal breathing. Now relax your head with inhalation. Now stretch your hands straight. Slowly relax your arms. Rest your arms on the ground. Then stretch your legs straight. Then slowly relax. Very nice. Now practice same with the left leg. Now inhale, raise your left leg. Fold at the knee. Interlink with your both hands, catch at the knee. Press your leg to the chest. But remember, always know your capacity. Now with exhalation, try to touch your chin to the knee. Now slowly relax your head. We'll practice the final posture one more time. Now exhale, try to touch your chin to the knee. Relax your head with inhalation. Now stretch your arms straight. Relax your arms. Stretch your legs straight with inhalation. Relax your leg with exhalation. That's very beautiful. You can practice with both legs also now. Inhale, raise your both legs. In this posture, every joint of your body will be moved. So this is very good for joints and also relieves gastric troubles and flatulence, any problem in the intestines. This is one of the very good postures. Now with exhalation, try to touch your chin to your knees or bring your head in between in both knees. But be comfortable. Who are suffering with the severe back pain, better not to practice. Now slowly relax your head. Repeat the final posture once again. Exhale, try to touch your chin to the knees or head in between both knees. Now slowly relax your head with inhalation. Now stretch your arms straight, relax your arms, the same method. Now with inhalation, stretch your legs straight. Now with exhalation, relax your legs. Now we'll practice Setu Bandhasana, Setu Bridge. This is one of the best postures which will relieve low back pain. Sometimes because of overstrain, we will be getting low back pain. It is very good. Now slowly bend your knees. Place your both feet by the side of your buttocks. Catch your ankles with your hands. If not possible, you can place your hands, your palms on the ground also. No need to catch. If not possible, just leave it where your feet are. Now slowly with inhalation, raise your body up, stomach up. Here your chin should be touching to the chest. But who are suffering cervical spondylosis, better not to practice. Vertigo or cervical spondylosis, don't practice, don't attempt this posture. This is looks like a bridge. That's why Setu means bridge. Setu Bandhasan. చక్కగా ఉంటుందండి. ఎక్కువ శ్రమ చేయడం వల్ల మనకు చుట్టాలు వచ్చారు, పనులు ఎక్కువైంది, ఇంట్లో పనులు ఎక్కువైనాయి, ఆ పనుల వల్ల మనకి ఆఫీసులో కానీ ఓవర్ వర్క్ వచ్చే నడునొప్పికి ఇది మంచి రిలీఫ్ ఇస్తుందండి. రోజు 2-3 సార్లు ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసుకుంటే చాలా బాగుంటుంది. ఇఫ్ యూ ప్రాక్టీస్ ఎవ్రీ డే 2 times, it gives very good relief to the back. Now slowly relax. Now relax your arms, relax your legs, relax in Shavasana. Now we'll practice few sitting postures. Now please come to Samasthiti. That means bring your feet together, hands near the body, turning to one side. Please sit comfortably. Now we are going to practice Vajrasana. Vajra is a diamond. This is one of the very good meditative posture. Now please come to Vajrasana. Slowly leaning towards right side, fold your left leg. Now leaning towards the left, fold your right leg. If you have any ankles pain, you can fold one napkin, you can place it under the ankles, or practice on a comfortable blanket or in a pillow. This is a very good posture which will improve the digestion very good. This is the only one posture you can practice after taking food. This is the only one posture you can practice 5 to 10 minutes after taking food. That is breakfast, lunch, dinner. You will never get any digestive disorders, any gastric troubles. The digestion will be very nice, assimilation will be very good. So try to practice everybody, but any knee injuries, avoid this posture. And this is also one of the very good meditative postures. It keeps automatically your spine, neck, head straight so that it avoids many thoughts, reduces thoughts. Now from this posture, slowly we'll move to the Shashankasana. You can keep distance between both knees or you can keep knees together. With inhalation, slowly raise your both arms. Now slowly with exhalation, moving forward, bend forward, try to touch your head to the ground, forehead to the ground, place your palms on the ground. If it is not possible, you can place some pillow under your head. Who are having little bit obese, they cannot touch your head, but don't strain too much. You can keep some height under your head so that it will come comfortably. You can maintain little bit space between both knees so that also it will come very easily. This is a Shashankasana. It's a very improves blood circulation to facial muscles and also very good to reduce your anger and stress. This is a very good posture. Who are suffering from stress and anger and encounters angers always, short temper, this is the best posture if you practice every day. But who are suffering from hypertension, better practice only short time, not too much longer. Now slowly with inhalation, come to the normal position with raising your arms. With inhalation, slowly relax. Relax your arms. Remember always, every posture has a counter posture. So if you do one forward bend, you have to practice one backward bend. If you do one backward bend, you have to do forward bend. So likewise, here we have done forward bend. Now we do one backward bend. That is also very good for the respiratory and back. That is Ustrasana. Now stand on your knee slowly. A little bit gap between both knees. Make sure it is comfortable for you. Then slowly place your hands on your hips. Take support with hands on your hips. Slowly bend back without hurting yourself. Make sure you should not fall down. With normal breathing, slowly relax. Come straight with inhalation. Then with exhalation, place it in Vajrasana. Relax your arms. These are the practices of some different postures we have practiced today. Now, generally, we practice in our trust, Yoga Consciousness Trust, Yoga Chaitanya Samsthalo, Manaku Puja Gurudevulu, our Guruji given us 6 postures to practice daily, which will help to balance 6 endocrine glands. So those endocrine glands, pituitary, thyroid, parathyroid, thymus gland, pancreas, adrenals, gonads, that means 6 glands. If you practice 6 postures for these 6 glands, you will be healthy. In our systems, an endocrine system will play a key role to keep up healthy condition in our all systems on our body. If a sound mind in a sound body, if your body is healthy, your mind also will be healthy. That's why these 6 asanas very important. But after few days of practice only, we will introduce these 6 asanas. Today, our students will give you a demo for the 6 asanas. If you are practicing regularly, practice. Otherwise, don't hurt yourself. Just to see once. After few days of these beginning practices, you can go to the 6 asanas. But these are very powerful asanas which will balance your hormones in our body, endocrine glands. Now relax. We'll moving to the Sarvanga Asana. The 6 asanas are Sarvanga Asana, Matsya Paschimottana Asana. After that, one counter posture, you can do Dhanurasana or Chakrasana. Then we go for Ardhamashendra, Mayur, Hamsar Mayura, and Jataratana. These are the very good asanas. Come to Samasthiti. Now practice Sarvangasana. These practices you should practice in front of a guided guru, guided teacher, without hurting yourself. So this is called Sarvangasana. All limbs posture gives strength to all your limbs. If you're practicing every day, only practice, otherwise just see and understand. So it gives strength to all your limbs, especially massages the thyroid, parathyroid glands. That's why this is called as the queen of the postures. It is very good for diabetes, very good for respiratory disorders, and relieves piles problem. Many disorders, varicose veins, improves strength, stamina to all limbs. So here we will be practicing so many variations in the Sarvangasana shoulder stand. But here we just do Sarvangasana, we show you, we will go. If you are able to practice, slowly bend your legs, backside, Halasana. If you are able to do, just they will be showing a demo. Simply we demo and we'll go. Just Halasana, slowly. Yes, like that. Then slowly come to the Sarvangasana once again. Then slowly relax. There are so many variations in Sarvangasana, but you can practice with the help of a teacher. The books will be giving reference. Don't practice, don't learn yoga by seeing, by reading books. First learn with a teacher, then for a reference you can use books. Now counter posture is Matsyasana. This is also very good for thyroid, parathyroid. Please practice. Thyroid, parathyroid glands and thymus gland. Here you can practice side view. Here we will practice with the Padmasana variation. This is will be doing Padma. Ramya will be doing Padmasana. Ramakrishna will be doing easy option. So who are not able to practice Padmasana, lotus posture, they can do with the stretched legs. So with the help of hands only, you have to raise your head, rest your head to the ground. Then with the help of hands only, you have to relax. Now slowly with the help of hands, release your head, relax your head, then relax your legs. Then every asana you do one few seconds shavasana, so that you won't get tired. You will be moving energetic to the next posture. Then please sit Paschimottanasana. This is one of the best postures for the pancreas and very, very good posture. Helps to activate Kundalini. But anyone suffering from severe low back pain or sciatica, better not to practice. And who are suffering hypertension also, practice only a few seconds. Now stretch your both legs front, keep your feet together. Now slowly with inhalation, raise your arms. With exhalation, bend forward, try to catch your big toes. If not possible, you can catch your legs by the sides. See, Ramakrishna catching at the feet, Ramya holding at the toes. And try to touch your head to the knees. Slowly, slowly it comes. Don't push yourself too much in single day. Hold for a few seconds. Who are suffering from diabetes in India or everywhere now, diabetes. So this is one of the posture you have to practice every day. Now slowly relax. Slowly with inhalation, come straight. Then with exhalation, relax your arms. Now we have to practice the counter posture. The counter posture you can practice any back bend. But now Ramya and Ramakrishna will show one Chakrasana and Dhanurasana. Chakrasana Ramakrishna will be doing, Ramya will be doing some Dhanurasana. So Dhanurasana will be a prone posture, Chakrasana will be a supine posture. Instead of this, practice. Instead of these two postures, you can practice Bhujangasana or Shalabhasana or Setubandhasana, any posture, even Ustrasana you can also practice. So that is Chakrasana and Dhanurasana. So hold for a few seconds. But beginners better to practice Ustrasana, Ardha Ustrasana or Shalabhasana or Setubandhasana. Please relax slowly. Relax. Now the posture in endocrine glands, that is Ardha Mashendra. Half spinal face. Please sit. Here, the easy posture, easy option will be Vakrasana and Ardha Mashendra. There will be Purna Mashendra also is there. There is Purna Mashendra. Now Ramya will be doing Ardha Mashendra. Ramakrishna will be doing easy option, Vakrasana. Please practice. Please place your right feet by the side of left knee. Now slowly with your left hand, catch your left feet or left knee. Now place your right hand by your back, twist your body, turn your head back, hold your posture for a few seconds. This is a very good posture which will help your both nostrils activated. That means both hemispheres of the brain working harmoniously. Generally, one hemisphere will be active, one hemisphere will be passive. This is how you know by understanding the flow of the nostrils. If your left nostril is flowing, your right brain is active. Your right nostril is flowing, your left brain is active. Now, when you are turning to the right, that means you are activating your left nostril. So one is logical, one is emotional. Now slowly relax, change your leg, practice with other leg, other side. So we need both analytical, logical, and we need emotional. So love and hatred, everything will be there. So we need the harmony between both hemispheres of the brain. This posture is the wonderful posture which helps to improve the balance between both hemispheres. So try to practice every day. Easy option also is there. Knowing your capacity, go easy way. Don't try for perfection in a single day. It comes by practice, slowly, slowly. Now slowly relax. Relax your hands, relax your leg. Now we'll practice Hamsa Mayura. This is a very good for the pancreas, and Ardha Mashendra also very good for the adrenal glands. Now Mayurasana, Hamsasana. Ramya will be doing Hamsasana, Ramakrishna will be doing Mayurasana. Now sitting on Vajrasana, then slowly sit on your toes, then bring gap between both knees. Place your both hands, fingers facing inside by the side of your knees. Now slowly bending forward, try to touch your both elbows to the stomach, touch your head to the ground. Slowly take your one leg back and the second leg back, keep your legs straight. Now slowly raise your head. Now Ramya is doing Hamsasana. If your legs is down, then it is called as Hamsasana. If you lift your legs, it is called Mayurasana. There is another variation is the Pincha Mayura, Padma Mayura. There are variations are there. Ramakrishna is doing Pincha Mayura, lifting height. Now slowly relax. slowly relax. The counter posture will be for Mayurasana, either Makarasana or Shavasana. The relaxation is the counter pose for Mayurasana, Hamsa Mayura. Then slowly relax in Shavasana. Slowly relax in Shavasana. But just we are giving for the demo purpose only 6 asanas. You learn under the able guidance of a perfect teacher. Now last but not the least, the Jatara Parivartana, which is very good for the improved digestion and also for the gonads. The Jatara Parivartana will be doing Laghu Jatara Parivartana and normal Jatara Parivartana with stretched hands. Laghu evaru chestunnara? Ramakrishna will be doing Laghu Jatara Parivartana. Interlink your both hands, place under the hand. Ramya will be doing, please bring your both feet together. So Ramya will be doing general stretching. Now, please raise your right leg. Yes, Ramya will be stretching. Ramakrishna pakkana పెట్టు. మీరు లఘు చేపట్టం చేసేటప్పుడు మోకాల పక్కన పాదం పెట్టి ఆ మోకాలను నేలకు టచ్ చేయడానికి ట్రై చేయాలి. ఆపోజిట్ సైడ్ చూడండి. మామూలుగా చేసేవాళ్ళు కాళ్ళని తీసుకొచ్చి చేతి వైపు వేయాలి. రమ్య నువ్వు చేసేయి. రామకృష్ణ మోకాలు డౌన్ చేయాలి. సైడ్ పెట్టమ్మా. సో రమ్య ఏమో చేతులు స్ట్రెచ్ చేస్తుంది. రామకృష్ణ చేతులు ఇంటర్లింక్ చేసి పెట్టుకోండి. లఘు చట ప్రవర్తన. ఈ స్ట్రెచింగ్ చేయలేని వాళ్ళు లఘు చట ప్రవర్తన మాత్రం చాలా చక్కగా హెల్ప్ చేస్తుందండి. వెరీ గుడ్ టు స్ట్రెచ్ యువర్ back muscles and also relieve low back pain. Slowly relax. Please practice with other leg. Please practice. చేసేయండి. చూసుకోండి, మీరు జాగ్రత్తగా చేయండి. చేసేవాళ్ళు పెద్దవాళ్ళు, కొంచెం కొత్తగా చేసేవాళ్ళు, బిగినర్స్ ఈజీగా చేయండి, బలవంతంగా చేయండి. చిన్నగా ప్రాక్టీస్, రెగ్యులర్ ప్రాక్టీస్ మీద వస్తుంది. నౌ స్లోలీ రిలాక్స్. We can practice this posture with both legs also the same way. Yes, very good. Left side, very good. Now slowly relax. Opposite side. If you doesn't have that much space in your studio or in your class, you can go for Laghu Jatara Parivartana instead of full Jatara Parivartana. Now slowly relax. Relax in Vajrasana. After now our asanas are completed for today practice. So when you complete your asanas, just relax in Shavasana once. Always completing at the end of the session, you try to relax in your Shavasana, legs apart. Ramya, Kaal Duram. రిలాక్స్ యువర్ ఫింగర్స్. వేళ్ళని ఫ్రీగా వదిలిపెట్టాలండి. చాలా మంది వేళ్ళని స్ట్రెచ్ చేస్తూ ఉంటారు. చేతులు స్ట్రెచ్ చేయాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. రిలాక్స్. రిలాక్స్ యువర్ లెగ్స్, రిలాక్స్ యువర్ హ్యాండ్స్, రిలాక్స్ యువర్ ట్రంక్, రిలాక్స్ యువర్ హెడ్. నౌ we will practice a beautiful technique called Kapalabhati. It is a Kriya cleansing technique. Kapala means please sit, come to the posture Vajrasana. This is a very good cleansing technique if you practice every day. If you don't have time, only if you have 5 minutes time, you just practice Kapalabhati, just do Omkar, do Kapalabhati, then go. It gives wonderful effect to your brain. Kapala means skull, Bhati means to shine. It gives very good shining to the brain. That is brain cleansing technique. This is one of the Shatkariyas, one of the technique in the Shatkariyas, Kapalabhati. So you can practice in any meditative posture, Vajrasana or Padmasana. If not possible, Sukhasana. So now it is a forceful exhalation. So exhale using your abdominal muscles. Exhale at once continuously for how long you can practice. You can practice. Minimum is 120 strokes per minute. The ratio is 120 strokes per minute. You can practice 1 minute. Then rest 1 minute, like that you can practice. This is very good for the abdominal muscles. It gives a rhythmic massage for all of internal organs of the stomach and also it expels air from your lungs, keeps your lungs healthy. Who are suffering from any type of respiratory disorders, this is one of the best technique for them to practice every day without fail. And then this is original purpose is to cleanse your brain. It refreshes your brain. It removes all the toxins from your brain. It makes you more cheerful, more happy, more active and energetic, so that your performance will be improved. The quality of work will be improved with less energy. Now relax, close your eyes. Just enjoy the calmness after practicing Kapalabhati. You can experience Kevala Kumbhaka. You no need to take inhalation, you no need to take exhalation after Kapalabhati. But one remember, anyone suffering from hypertension related to heart problems, avoid this Kapalabhati or hernia. Now once again we will practice. Now let us start forceful exhalation. Like that, practice continuously. How long you can practice? And also this Kapalabhati will burn calories at your stomach, so it reduces your abdominal fat. So everybody want to become slim. So this is one of the technique which will help. But remember always, these cleansing techniques, kriyas, should be practiced only in the morning time with empty stomach. All asanas should be practiced with empty stomach. Relax. Enjoy the calmness. Meditate. Enjoy the calmness. Now we'll practice one pranayama technique. Then we will conclude this session. Now pranayama, prana ayama, to extend or to control the pranic energy in our body. Nowadays, everyone facing stress. This is the panacea for the stress. You'll get very good relief from practicing pranayama. Now we will show there are steps are there, breathing patterns, different breathing methods are there. Now we will show you one simple technique to practice everyone. That is Anuloma Viloma, alternative breathing. So you'll be using right hand to operate these nostrils. We'll do the Brahma Mudra. So like that, like this, fold your index and middle finger. At the right thumb will be using to close the right nostril. A little, that is, a ring finger will be using to operate the left nostril. Now first, close your right nostril with the right hand thumb. Then inhale with left nostril. You can practice with closed eyes. It will give you more calmness. Inhale through left slowly. Then close your left nostril, open your right. Exhale through right slowly. Always try to remember inhalation and exhalation will be slowly, not in a hurry. Now slowly inhale once again with right nostril. Exhale through left. With closed eyes. Inhale through left. Exhale through right. Practice like that a few more times. This is called Anuloma Viloma. It helps to activate the Ida, Pingala Nadi, both nadis. Left is called Ida, that is moon, that is mental energy. The Pingala, right nostril, that is sun, pranic energy. It brings between the balance between pranic energy and mental energy. Now slowly relax. You can practice like that 5 to 10 minutes every day. Keeps you more calm. Who are hyperactive? They are very much needed these practices pranayama. Now with one more pranayama, we'll practice the Brahmari is very good for the brain and improves concentration, good for everybody. So slowly raise your hands. Slowly hold your close your ears with your thumb, that is index finger. Now close your eyes. Now chant Omkar with the closed lips, that is, it comes like Makar. Like that you can practice every day, 21 times or 54 times or 10 times according to your time and convenience. Now concluding, just stay for a few seconds calm and cool, the peaceful. Always practice meditation for minimum few minutes after end of your session. Then you can say Swasti. Remember, any session you start with prayer, end with prayer. Now we'll say Swasti 3 times, Omkar and Swasti together. Om Sarvesham Swastirbhavatu. Om Sarvesham Shantirbhavatu. Om Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Om Namaha. Dhanyavad everybody. Andariki thanks andi. Thank you to all who are participated this practice at the eve of International 6th International Day of Yoga. So I hope you enjoyed the class and try to practice every day. Minimum how much time you will get, try to practice. And now it is needed to improve your resistance power. Thank you one and all. Om Namaha.